We're at iMedical Equipment and Service here in our Richmond, Virginia location. We're looking at hospital beds. Specifically, we're looking at the Wissner Bosserhoff Sentita 6. Now, Wissner Bosserhoff is basically a European company. I believe these people are based out of Germany. And they're part of what's called the Linet Group of Companies. These are all Linet hospital beds we've got right here actually in the shot. This is the Sentita 6. The Sentita 6 can be configured a whole group of different ways. We've got a large number of the beds that are configured right here with just a very basic base model, super reliable. I'm going to go through some of that with you, but you can also do it and configure it with the wood grain and go with dual rails instead of a single rail. Now, what I've done before we got the video started is I basically put the bed into a chair position. The bed works on actuator motors. These are motors that are going to basically run forever. This is an extremely well-built bed, and it does have some other features that for hospital care, home care, long-term care, are going to be extremely important and very nice to have. One of the surfaces, or one of the things that they've done, and I'm going to go ahead and lift the bed up all the way so you can kind of see how high it's going to go up, and we'll take it out of its chair position. But one of the things that the bed has is it has a surface on the frame which is called a binetic surface. And a binetic surface, basically what it does, it puts extra room in between the head section panel and the leg panels. And what that does is it basically reduces the pressure on the hip area. So when the head section goes up, basically what's happening is it's putting all the patient weight down into their hip area. But with this binetic surface, what they're doing is they're putting extra room in here to disperse the hip area and give you more room to basically spread out the body weight on the frame of the mattress. And one thing I do like also is you've got the remote. So you've got your head up and down, foot up and down, and you've got this binetic surface now, which is going to make it sort of a reclining position that will reduce the pressure on your hip areas. It'll basically reduce the ability to get pressure wounds or bed sores. Your bed up and down button, and then you've got your Trendelenburg. So basically what Trendelenburg does is the head above the foot or the foot above the head, that can be used for cardiac related patients or with the feet above the head if there's swelling of the feet. But any bed that has Trendelenburg, if I put the bed into a Trendelenburg position with this button, basically what it's doing is it's putting the bed into a chair position. So by hitting the Trendelenburg feature, what I'm doing is angling the bed down. And normally this can be done when the bed's completely flat. But as an example, the bed would have a chair position that you could, put it into by simply getting the leg and the head section upright and then going ahead and angling the bed using the Trendelenburg feature. Now this bed's configured with what we call a 3/4 rail. Like I said, on the bed next to us, which is also a Sentita bed, that's been configured with dual rails, and that's more of a home care version. But this right here would be a hospital grade bed, could be used for pediatrics, could be used for senior care, long-term care. It could be basically used as a med-surg bed. If you need to put an air system on the bed, that'll easily sit right here inside this panel, and so it's easy to access and get to any of that equipment. And then you have there's a button right inside here, but you have a simple release for the bedside rail, so that can easily be brought down. And we ship these beds. Now these beds are going to come with a full warranty. We can ship them anywhere in the United States. Technically we can ship them anywhere in the world, but these are made overseas and have come over to the States. The Linet Group of Companies, which I just kind of give you their name right there. They produce a very wide range of beds, and they have multiple different manufacturing companies that work with them. And this one here is the Wissner Bosserhoff, which once again, we get our hands on a lot of hospital beds. This is a very well-engineered bed. It's super solid. They've thought through a lot of things when they put this bed together. You kick down brake system down here at the foot. It's very easy to use. And you also have this extension right here. So if it's a taller person, you can lift this up. It'll disengage this piece right here, and you can extend out the bed surface for patients that are taller, which is also a really great feature to have. Now, the bed sits down just 12 inches off the ground. So when a bed is going to sit low to the ground, we basically refer to that as high-low because as you can see here, it's up to my waist area and it goes up plenty high. But if we want to drop the bed down, this will make it easy for a patient that if they're in a wheelchair, they can transition over. If it's an older person, it's easier to get down into bed instead of trying to get up into bed. And then also, for pediatrics, this would also be an ideal hospital bed. This is a bed that's going to last a very long time. Like I said, it's extremely durable. I just lowered the bed down and you can't even hear the bed move. It's really quiet. Those motors that they use in these beds are called actuators, and they are extremely reliable, pretty much going to run forever. So if you're looking for a good home care bed, long-term care bed, high-low hospital bed, the Sentita 6 is an excellent choice. We're going to go through and demo some of the other Linet hospital beds. This is part of the Linet Group of Companies. So this is a bed that's used a lot in hospitals, not only around the world, because this is a national brand or a global brand, but also in the United States. They put a lot of these beds into VA hospitals, and it is a really, really well-made commercial grade bed. So once again, this is the Linet Sentida 6, manufactured by Wissner Bosserhoff, and this is a full electric hospital bed. You can get these at the iMedical Equipment and Service locations, San Diego, California, 858-263-4894, Cincinnati, Ohio, 513-314-1079, and out of our Virginia locations at 804-929-6886, the Linet Sentida 6 high-low hospital bed.